Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play the other Kyrandia. Well, I'm going to try to finish up getting that last birthstone, so let's go. Okay, here's an onyx. Is it an onyx? Yes! As you offer your fourth birthstone to the goddess Tishana, you feel a powerful surge of magical energy course through your body. You are now at level 4. A spell has been added to your spell book. Well, let's take a look. I think it's hot seat, because I didn't get that before. Okay, let's look at myself, because my description will now have changed. Daniel is distinguished by the bright yellow cone-shaped hat with a silver tassel hanging down. The expression on his face is one of kindness and peace. A patch of sorcery labeled Conjurer is sewn by silver threads to his yellow tunic. He seems to be holding his spell book. Okay. After all of that, the way to get to level 5 is extremely easy. I just go down to the dead wooded glade. And let's take a look here again. You're in a dead wooded glade, merely a clump of old leafless and rotting fir trees. Whatever pestilence caused their death, its evil seems to linger in the air, and the ghostly fingers of the barren branches almost seem to reach out for you, beckoning you to your death. An icy wind blows across your face and whistles harrowingly through the dead limbs. Something about this location fills your soul with fear, and your heart beats faster as you glance around in terror of this unknown evil. Dark forest lies off in all other directions. So, what do? Fear no evil. As you boldly defy the evil, the goddess Tishana rewards you for your courage with more knowledge and power. You are now level 5. Let's look at ourselves again. Daniel is richly robed in dark blue with hundreds of silver stars and bright constellations sewn all over his garments. His silver cap glows with a strange magical radiance which draws your attention to its mystical aura. Sewn by black threads into the fine blue material of his robe on his left arm is a patch of sorcery inscribed with the word magician. He seems to be... Okay. To get to level 6, we have to get one of each gemstone in a specific order. So, and then drop them in a specific location. Okay, here's where we need to be. First thing we need to drop in is a ruby. The gem drops smoothly into the endless depths of the stump. You feel a mysterious tingle down your spine, as though you have begun to unleash a powerful source of magic. Next 4 are emerald, garnet, pearl, and aquamarine. And I don't believe I examined an emerald yet, so let's take a look. The emerald is a bright hue of green, and it seems to shine with its own beautiful inner light. It has been naturally shaped into a 3-dimensional hexagon with, strangely enough, perfectly smooth edges. That makes no sense if you think about it. How can a hexagon be 3-dimensional? Yeah, whatever. Oh, look at this. A nasty little brownie suddenly runs in from nowhere. The brownie grabs all your gold, snickers evilly, and kicks you in the shin. The brownie then makes a few obscene gestures and disappears in a blink of the eye. Yeah. So, There are a few ways you can lose your gold. This is one of them. Oh, a codex. Wonder what it says. The ICU2 spell is added to your spell book. I'm not familiar with that one, but I suspect it allows you to see people who are invisible, or maybe dispels invisibility. I'm not sure. I'll try it out sometime. Great. There go my possessions. Oh wait, I didn't have any, did I? Except a couple of garnets. Well, the next one needs to be a moonstone, and I can't seem to find a moonstone right now, so I'm going to take a break and continue this recording later. Well, that's just great. Nosy. Not sure what that's for. Finally, a moonstone. Alright, let's take it over to the hollow stump. There's moonstone. Oh right, I left the others at the village. Okay, so I've got the rest of the gems that I need. Next is sapphire. Diamond. Amethyst. And I want to point out that simply dropping the gem puts it into the stump. So you can't drop anything here as you can in most places. That could be a little bit inconvenient, but not too bad, I guess. Anyway, onyx, opal, and finally, bloodstone. I hope I did this right. As you drop the gem into the stump, a powerful surge of magical energy rushes through your entire body. You are now at level 6. A spell has been added to your spellbook. I'm going to look at myself first. Dressed in drab gray rags, Daniel seems indifferent to his apparent lack of fine apparel. Instead, he appears to be lost within his own thoughts, as though pondering the entire meaning of life. Attached by red threads to his right arm, a patch of sorcery titled Mystic stands out against its gray surroundings. He seems to be holding his spellbook. Let's see. Now let's see what's in the spellbook. What's been added, I mean. Hot Kiss. I think that's the one. Yeah. Something to do with fire, I guess. And the next level advancement is equally easy. We go to the hidden shrine at the north of the forest. Here. Let's see. Can we examine the shrine? The shrine is almost completely hidden within the heavy dark green underbrush of the forest. It seems to be constructed from pure silver and gold, adorned with several sparkling jewels. Inscribed on the base of the shrine, you see the phrase, "Offer thy treasures here." Well, these aren't physical treasures. we want to offer heart and soul to Tashana. As you offer your heart and soul, the most precious jewels of your life, you feel the hand of the goddess Tashana bless you with power. You are now at level 7. A spell has been added to your spell book. I'll look at myself again. Truly a regal individual, Daniel is clothed in white robes tied by a bright blue rope belt. He has a certain grim smile permanently embedded on his face, like the cat that swallowed the canary. However, despite his mysterious background, he proudly wears a patch of sorcery labeled Enchanter, sewn by light blue threads into the chest of his white robe. And then the spell book. You know, I don't see anything new. Must have been from one of the scrolls that I got. Anyway, I'm going to take a break here. And here we see how these gems actually get here. At the bottom you can read, a leaf from one of the nearby trees falls gently to the ground, where it suddenly transforms into a beautiful garnet. So there's another element that was copied into the Legend of Kyrandia. Well, I found out what Nosy does. It tells you what spells another player has memorized. I might as well point out now that your maximum spell points are twice your level, and your maximum hit points are 4 times your level. The Wee Willow spell will become important next. What it does, as you cast a spell, you are suddenly transformed into a will-o-wisp with wings. Now, I'm not sure why they mentioned that detail, but whatever. No, that's not what I want to do. Let's try examine. Let's see. Huh. Yeah, see, I don't appear as me, I appear as some will-o-wisp. And apparently, I evade everyone's direct vision. Anyway, I'm going to wait for this to wear off. Okay, we are here at the entrance to the dark cave, which I haven't shown you inside yet. Let's see. Turn on full descriptions. And let's go in. North. You're in a dark cave. This natural excavation in the granite of the mountain is not very large. The walls, floor, and ceiling of this dark hole are jagged and uneven, making it difficult to keep your balance. The air is extremely humid, and water drips from the ceiling high above, creating an eerie atmosphere to the entire place. Sunlight finds its way in from the opening to the south, and dark twisting caverns wind off in all other directions. Now the place we want to go is one to the west and then north a few places. So we go west. You're in a dark, twisting cavern. Everything around you is complete and total darkness, making it impossible to determine any of the features of this twisting passageway. From somewhere above, tiny drops of water fall upon your head, and the air is particularly humid. The ground feels solid underneath your feet, although extremely broken and rocky, and due to the solid darkness, you cannot see in which directions you can go. Fortunately, I know the way. Just go north, and then north, and then north again. You're in a natural hall. This long passageway has been smoothly carved from the solid granite of this mountain, in contrast to the jagged caverns to the south. Oddly enough, there is a strong smell of sulfur in the air, almost choking you with its strength. This strange hall continues off into the darkness to the north, from which a cold, eerie wind gently blows. The caverns twist off to the south. We keep going north. You're at a bottomless chasm. At the northern end of a great natural hall, this wide, dark pit lies ominously before you, as though taunting you with its impassability. There appears to be no way around this blockade. The ceiling of this cavern is very high, the walks are smooth and slippery, and the chasm expands from wall to wall and is at least 20 feet across. Far on the other side you see a sparkling jade cavern, its beauty tempting you almost mockingly. There is a natural hall which continues off to the south. So, what we want to do, cast We Willow, then we fly. As you lift above the ground, you feel yourself gracefully fly across the endless depths of the chasm to the other side. You're in a jade cavern. Multiple hues of beautiful jade sparkle around you in this cavern of precious gems. All the walls, floor, and ceiling of this incredible natural chamber shine with their own incandescent light, their combined brilliance lighting the surroundings in a holy green aura. A huge bottomless cavern blocks the way to the south, while a dark passage in the far side of this lovely cavern leads off to the north. So let's look around. We'll go north first. You're at a statue of Tashana. Before you rises a lovely sculptured statue of the goddess Tashana, Lady of Legends. It rises from an iron base and extends up about 8 feet to the ceiling of this smooth cavern. A beautifully carved marble path leads off to a large structure to the east. You hear a distant thunder of rushing water off to the north, and from a dark passageway to the south you see a faint glimmer of green light. Let's see. Let's examine the statue. Yeah, I've just changed back from a will-o-wisp. Suddenly you feel your body changing under the influence of strange and powerful forces. You have transformed back to your visible human form. Anyway, the statue is quite a spectacular work of art, especially for its large proportions. Despite the wonderful artwork, your attention is grasped by an inscription near the base which reads, something something something. Another cryptogram, I guess. I think maybe those hyphens represent missing letters. Well, anyway, I have no idea what it says or what sort of, yeah. I'll post it in the description, and if anyone has any idea what this means or how to solve it, let us know. Anyway, we'll look over to the east. Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing here. Go north from the statue. You're in a smooth-walled alcove, dark and barren. This small natural chamber has few noticeable features. The ceiling is about 2 feet above your head and is made of the same smooth and solid granite of the floor and walls. The west side of this tiny cave has a noticeable fist-sized crevice, and you hear the faint rush of water from somewhere around you. The only exit is to the south. Let's see, if we examine the crevice, we don't get any description. Okay. And we'll look to the east of the statue. You're near a reflecting pool. This peaceful and delightful pool has been ornately hand-carved from the purest marble. The water of the pool is crystal clear, and it sparkles in the light of this large cavern, reflecting a faint image of you as you peer into it. You also notice many intricate symbols at the bottom of the pool, traced by pure gold, although you can identify none of them. A large marble statue structure rises off to the east, while a marble path leads to the west. Let's see. Examine pool. As you look into the pool, you see a mirror image of yourself. Suddenly, the words, there's another cryptogram, appear in the pool and then mysteriously vanish. Oh, yeah, these are actually pronounceable. FEOAMUT, WOTAQUOP, JAGAROONI, PISTOBBA. I don't know if that's any real language, but that's my attempt at pronouncing it. Anyway, there's another one that I'm going to post and see if anyone can figure it out. Heading further to the east, you're at the forgotten Pantheon of Tashana. How can it be a pantheon if it's just to one god or goddess? Anyway, long lost within the depths of this hidden underground city, this ancient temple of the Lady of Legends, Tashana, is perhaps the greatest legend of all Kyrandia. Folklore of ages past claimed this spot to be the greatest pinnacle of the power of Tashana. Constructed from pure marble pillars, embedded with mystical symbols of silver and gold, and covered in purplish mists, this holy sanction, there's that word again, which should be sanctuary, radiates an aura of eternal peace and love. An odd-shaped marble archway lies to the east, and a reflecting pool is located to the west. Let's see. See if there's anything to examine. Well, let's try symbols. As you examine the ancient runes embedded into the marble pillars, you are only able to recognize a few of the symbols, although you cannot instantly translate their true meaning. You read yet another cryptogram, which I'll post. Further to the east, you're at the portal of the past. Huge marble archways line the entrance to this relatively small marble chamber. On the far side of this chamber, a shimmering magical portal radiates with an enchanting, multi-chromatic light. Many strange and wonderful visions flash through the portal, almost holding you spellbound with their dancing, iridescent images. Unfortunately, the visions change so quickly you can rarely catch more than a brief, blurry flash. The only exit appears to be the marble archways leading off to the west. Well, let's see. Examine portal? No. Examine images? No, I guess there's nothing. Anyway, now that we've looked at everything, let's go back to the statue. What we're supposed to do, imagine dagger. As you concentrate upon your wish, the goddess Tashana intervenes with her magic, and a dagger appears in your hands. Let's examine it. The dagger is made from pure silver, and it shines with a bright glimmer as you examine it. Its hilt is decorated with several small jewels, which add to the sparkle of this small blade. An inscription written in gold on the blade reads, "Love conquers all." And we have to get another one. And we go to the pool. Toss dagger in pool. As you toss the dagger into the pool, it vanishes in circles of ripples. Suddenly, a beautiful sword rises from the water and levitates into your hands. The sword is a beautiful blade forged from the finest metals of the land, sharpened to a perfect edge and decorated with many precious jewels of incredible beauty. we go east again. I'm going to examine that. Those symbols again. Nah, I still can't figure out what it says. What we're supposed to do is say, legends pass and time goes by, but true love will never die. Similar to what was written at the Fountain of Eternal Magic. As you speak the words of eternal strength and acceptance of the supreme powers of good in the universe, a golden key suddenly materializes in your hands. Let's examine it. The key is made of solid gold, and it sparkles almost magically as you examine it. It is about the size of your fist, although it is quite heavy due to its substance. You feel a surge of emotion in your heart for a brief moment. Then we go west. Go all the way back here, and then north to the alcove. Let's see. Yeah, I already tried that. Anyway, we have to chant Tashana, and then quickly put key in crevice. Darn, I was too slow. You have to really be fast on this. Okay. Put key in crevice. You're in a dark cave. This damp, gloomy location is characterized only by jagged rock covered with fungi and bacteria. A dominating odor of decay fills your nostrils, making it difficult to breathe. Your attention is caught by a fancy, large machine sitting in the corner. The only exit is a bright passageway to the north. Let's examine this machine. This machine seems to be some sort of gambling system. There is a slot in the center of it with a writing above saying, "Enter garnet here." You feel a sudden urge to act foolishly. Okay. So, put garnet in machine. Let's see. Forgot how to drop. Okay, done. Did that do anything? I haven't really tried this much. Oh, right. I dropped it on the floor, didn't I? Oh yeah. No, I tried that. Enter garnet. Oh yeah. The slot, obviously. You drop the garnet in the slot, and the machine starts to hum and spin. Suddenly a voice booms. "We have a loser!" No. Well, it was worth a try. Off to the north. You're in a bright passageway. This mystical hall appears to be pure light, radiating in awe-inspiring brilliance all around you. You feel as if you are floating in mid-air. There seems to be no boundaries as to where you can go. However, you do notice what appear to be exits from this spectacular wonder to the north and south. Interestingly enough, if you try to go west or east, you just end up here again. Anyway, let's go to north. You're at some misty ruins. A thick layer of purplish mists blanket this entire cavern. The mists are so smooth and beautiful, however, they almost seem like a magical royal carpet. Shrouded within the mists, you see faint glimpses of broken marble pillars, as though this was once some great temple. In the center of this mysterious cavern, a bright blue orb of pure light floats mystically suspended in midair. A strange feeling enters your very soul, and an eerie wind seems to whisper as it blows across your face. Let's examine the orb. Or not. Let's see. Wonder. Listen? No. Now, anyway, we have to put dagger in orb. The orb accepts your offer and glows brightly for a moment. You are now at level 8. And my description now reads, Daniel gives you the impression of being a walking advertisement for a barbarian clothing store. He's wearing leather armor with several gold metal bands and spikes sticking out from assorted places, an ancient birth control garment. On the back of his leather outfit, a patch of sorcery sewn by yellow threads reads, Warlock. He appears to be holding a sword, and it's, let's see. And then, the next thing, I'm going to take a little break here. So, anyway, next thing we want to do is concentrate orb. As you concentrate upon the orb, it glows even brighter for a moment, and suddenly a charm appears in your hands. Examine charm. The charm is a small, bright blue jewel which radiates a magical light from within, creating the image of a bright blue orb of light in your mind. You feel occasional surges of electric energy erupt from it, delivering mild shocks to you. Now we have to get out of here, so we touch orb. As you touch the orb, you are suddenly pulled through a magical portal, and we end up in the Druid Circle. From here, we want to go to the temple. Then what we have to do is chant Tashana 5 times in a row, and then put charm on altar. We have to do it within a very short period of time because the altar periodically resets. Let me illustrate. And Tashana. The altar begins to glow dimly. The altar stops glowing. So it's just a few seconds. If I try to type it by hand, see, I didn't make it. And it doesn't help that I have trouble typing Tashana. So what you really have to do, unless you're like the world's fastest typer, is use macros. So I have one macro mapped to chant Tashana and another for put charm on altar. Tashana accepts your offer. You are now at level 9. And looking at myself, elegantly dressed in black and silver robes, Daniel stands tall and proud, radiating an aura of magnificence and power. His dark eyes are deep with mystical secrets uninterpretable by a mere glance. A patch of sorcery titled Sorcerer is sewn by white threads into the black left arm of his robes. And let's see. Next thing, we go to the strange rock. And then we have to do more fast command entry. We pray 5 times and then put sword in rock. Let me see if I can do this by hand. It should be a little easier. Well, I can try again. Sword and rock. The rock glows a bright purple in acceptance of your offering, and the sword vanishes. A tiara suddenly appears in your hands. Examine the tiara. The tiara is a magnificent work of craftsmanship. It seems to sparkle with an almost unearthly brilliance as you examine it closely. You sense something very special and magical about this beautiful treasure. Then we go back to the temple, and yes, once again, same thing as before except with the tiara. Tashana graciously accepts your gift. You are now at level 10. Look at myself. Clothed in solid green robes with a green hat and green saddles to boot, Daniel is a stout, middle-aged man who has a look of determination embedded within his grim countenance. A patch of sorcery sewn by bright green threads has been inscribed with the words Green Wizard. These descriptions are all over the place, have you noticed? Okay, so there's the end of that little quest. So next time we're going to try to get past the lagoon. We have to get to a new area. We'll do that next time. See you later. Bye.